This is a review of our last session where we were working on creating mechanics that were as efficient and stress-free as possible. We started by reviewing the arm swing of Tim Lincecum. From here he starts the acceleration by swinging his arm back and around in an uninterrupted arc, keeping the hand and ball behind the elbow until release. Keeping the hand and ball behind the elbow is the key, because if they don't stay behind, they must slow down to get the elbow ahead enough to rotate the shoulder fully outward for a full range of acceleration to release. The approach to this position is most important because, as we measured the forces supported by the structures being injured, this is where they were the greatest. Again, what we're trying to say is that this approach with a long uninterrupted acceleration produces considerably less stress on the parts being injured. Remember, stress is increased by shorter acceleration distances and/or rapid change of direction. In this example, we see both. The vertical line is a fixed point in space to show that the hand and ball actually move away from the release point, where it then stops to change directions. This creates two problems. The forward momentum is interrupted, creating a shorter acceleration distance, and the parts in the shoulder and elbow being injured have to support the rapid stop and change of direction. What we see here is a little different. There isn't the dramatic change of direction, but we do see the hand and ball even with the elbow and the shoulder rotated fully inward. From here, the hand and ball have to pause in order for the elbow to rotate outward. This rapid outward rotation, followed immediately by a maximum effort to rotate inward, creates almost as much stress as the reversal in the previous example. This may not be the sole reason for the problems, but it's a stress-producing move that can be avoided. The other part of the equation is how the trunk and legs complement the arm swing. If you're going to utilize the longer acceleration distance, it's obviously going to take longer. For this, Lincecum is a good example. By getting his hips, legs, and shoulders rotated back early, he has the time and distance to create a high level of rotational momentum to foot plant. The leg extension seen here is another advantage. It sets up a wide angle of approach which moves the momentum of the center of mass away from the pivot point. The result is increased rotation producing leverage. At foot plant, the points to note are the separation of the hips and shoulders and the timing of the arm swing, having the hand and ball above the pivot point at the shoulder. Another good example of this point is Adaltus Chapman. His wide angle of approach and separation of hips and shoulders are important checkpoints to promote. So let's take a quick look and maybe see why. This example isn't part of our review, but out of curiosity, I did an AI search for pitchers in the last 10 years who have pitched at least 200 innings per year without a significant injury. And this is one of only 4. He starts getting his hips and shoulders turned back, stride foot to the rubber, and shoulders about 45 degrees from the target. Point to note here, his hands are high, adding distance to accelerate his arm swing. From here he takes it down, back, and around for a smooth, continuing acceleration to release. With these relatively stress-free mechanics, it's easy to see how he's lasted so long. For more on pitching mechanics, go to practicebaseballtowin.com.